That relationship was trash, and you know it. Before you get defensive, before you start listing all the good times, before you start explaining why it wasn't that bad, hear me out. I'm not saying there weren't moments you enjoyed. I'm not saying there weren't laughs. I'm not saying there weren't memories. What I am saying is, if you have to work this hard to convince yourself it was good, maybe it wasn't nearly as good as you've been telling yourself. Because healthy relationships don't leave you confused all the time. Healthy relationships don't leave you constantly wondering where you stand. Healthy relationships don't leave you crying yourself to sleep, questioning your worth, or begging for things that should have been given freely. And yet, here you are, heartbroken over something that was breaking your heart while you were still in it. Love, be honest. How many red flags did you explain away? How many times did your intuition tap you on the shoulder and say, "This ain't it"? You saw it. You knew it. You just didn't want it to be true. Because when we love somebody, we don't just fall in love with who they are. We fall in love with who we hope they'll become. And that's where a lot of women get stuck. You weren't dating the man standing in front of you. You were dating his potential, his promises, his someday, his maybe. Meanwhile, reality was sitting right there, waving both arms, trying to get your attention. You encouraged him. You supported him. You defended him. You forgave him. You gave him chances he didn't deserve. You carried things that weren't yours to carry. And where did it get you? Exhausted, confused, drained, heartbroken. Now, let's tell the truth. The relationship ended. But some of y'all are still dragging the relationship around like a dead body, checking his social media, replaying old conversations, looking at old pictures, wondering if he misses you, wondering if he's changed. Love, stop. Stop giving him rent-free space in your head. The relationship is over. The lesson is not. That's the part you're supposed to keep. Not him. The lesson. The lesson about boundaries. The lesson about standards. The lesson about self-respect. The lesson about listening to yourself the first time. Because if you don't learn the lesson, life has a funny way of sending you the same man wearing a different face. And love, we are too grown for remedial classes. Now, I know some of y'all are waiting. You say you're not, but you are. You're waiting for a text, waiting for an apology, waiting for closure, waiting for him to realize what he lost. And here's the problem. Even if he did come back, what exactly would he be coming back to? The same relationship that wasn't working. Don't let loneliness rewrite history. Loneliness has made a lot of women romanticize things that were actually making them miserable. You don't miss the stress. You don't miss the confusion. You don't miss wondering where you stood. You don't miss carrying the relationship on your back. You miss the idea of what you wanted it to be. So let it go. Not because it didn't matter. Not because it didn't hurt. Not because you never loved him. Let it go because you spent enough time trying to save something that wasn't trying to save itself. Let it go because your energy is needed elsewhere. And for the love of everything holy, don't spend the next 6 months trying to prove something to him. The glow up isn't about revenge. It starts that way sometimes. But the real glow up happens when you stop looking over your shoulder, when you stop wondering if he's watching, when you stop caring whether he notices, when you start doing it for you. That's when your smile comes back. That's when your confidence comes back. That's when your peace comes back. That's when you remember who you were before you made a man the center of the universe. And one more thing. If he comes back, if he suddenly misses you, if he suddenly realizes your value, if he suddenly starts to say all the things he should have said before, don't let nostalgia make decisions that wisdom already settled. Remember the tears. Remember the anxiety. Remember the disappointment. Remember the hurt. Remember the version of yourself that prayed for the courage to walk away. She didn't fight that hard just so you can go back. Love, that relationship was trash, and you know it.